That's what you got to do.
Hey, you got your phone?
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
YouTube.
Check, 43. Pick me up. Here we go.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Griffin. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Gates, the intended receiver there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now Cunningham. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Cunningham's a beast.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Man open, Rice. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage to 37 on 1st and 10.
19.
A play fake, now Cunningham.
Shit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he's going to keep it here. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Forced out to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Jackson to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Let's go. Made him quit. That defense was raw. Oh, you don't think that was it? Count it off. Oh no, let me count it off. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What was that first game? Let these boys know we made boys quit. That's what they call us sacks and pigs. Y'all gonna learn about us in 2021. We're gonna kill squads. Let them know. My boy back there singing the cut.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The first pure kicker ever in the Hall of Fame, Jan Stenerud, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Watch the pass!
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. To the outside, this is complete to Jackson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
43 is the Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gonzalez. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off play action, it's Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go.
Jackson fakes the give and he finds his man Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Michael Strahan there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Sehorn. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here's Cunningham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and still the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... That's caught inside the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Now Cunningham. That is caught at the 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have taken the lead. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game.
Yeah, probably because he's never seen anything like that before.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away.
I'm trying to get that bazooka going. That's why I'm trying to get those long passes. Get an extra 15 yards.
He just got to give me fucking some time, like he been doing.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
A big one.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
It's you.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Ooh, got that block.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Off play action. Cunningham. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Calvin Johnson, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to... Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted.
I saw that shit. You look at that user lurk. I saw it. I literally ran from one side of the fucking field over there.
Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away.
I'm definitely going to bed after this. Probably.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
No, you didn't.
And he's into the clear. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Saints have retaken the lead.
What a play by Primetime. So electric, the ultimate home run hitter.
Now, see, you set that up really nicely for me because I got a nugget. Dion is the only person to hit a home run in Major League Baseball and score an NFL touchdown in the same week.
Oh, I like that one. Remember, too, the only man to play in both the Super Bowl and a World Series.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
We used to do that shit all the fucking time.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start here with Jackson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Just did like that, over. Because they all went to the left side, and I went right.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. Throw right side is home in by the tight end Gonzalez. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down Seahawks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Donald, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. Running right through him. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. It's Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. From the gun, it's Jackson, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Stenerud to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. And to give this time to the tailback. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Now a handoff looking right. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do hit...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tony Gonzalez, 69 yards as they have taken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
You're talking about a seesaw game. Up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's real.
Damn. Make them boys quit.
That's what happens when you mess around.
With sacks and picks. That's what we do.
I'm making my name that again.
Yeah.
2-0.
And already.
Start it off.
That was some sacks and picks signing off.